Valentine's Day is coming and you don't know what to make? This cake is your answer. No skills needed. 45 minutes max. And it's packed with flavors. Slightly sweet, nutty, earthy, smooth and crunchy, and just a little herbal. This is love in cake form. This cake is naturally vegan and gluten-free. Plus, I will show you how to shape it into a heart without a mold. Here's what you will need. Chestnut flour, pine nuts, raisins, rosemary, sugar, olive oil, plant mix, water, and optionally candied dry fruits. I highly recommend it. Let's go. Hi, I'm Lionel Roudot and welcome to my vegan Provence. This cake is so easy to make, you won't believe it. First, you need to sift the flour, that's to avoid lumps. Then we're going to add a pinch of salt, like a generous one. Salt enhances sweetness. It's always good in desserts. Then we're going to pour in the liquids and then stir. Stir, stir, stir. Chestnuts absorb liquids very much, so you have to stir vigorously to remove all the lumps. All right, and now we're going to add the sugar and stir again. Make sure that all this sugar is well incorporated. And that's it, the batter is ready. And now we're going to move to the stove to infuse the olive oil with a rosemary branch. So we're going to start by pouring 2 tablespoons of olive oil into a pan. Then you put the rosemary branch, you can cut it in 2. And then you turn on the heat on medium-low. When the oil starts to sizzle, let the rosemary cook for 1 minute, not more. So this is 1 minute, we stop the fire, and now we're going to drizzle it over the batter. And keep the rosemary sprig, we will use them for the final decoration of the cake. And give the batter a good mix. Set your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Now we are going to make the heart-shaped mold. For this you need aluminum foil and you need a baking tray. The length of your aluminum foil needs to be at least twice the length of your baking tray. So I'm going to simply measure like this and then like that. Next we're going to fold the aluminum foil this way on its length. And the width of the fold part is 5 centimeters, and we're going to fold over and fold again, press, and then fold again until we arrive at the end of the paper. So that makes you a strip like this. So we're going to fold this strip into 2. And that's going to be the base of your heart. Then to create the 2 round shape of the heart, we're going to use like a bottle like this. I wrap the aluminum foil around the bottle and I do it in the other side. So the size of your heart depends on the size of your baking tray. And I pinch the 2 extremities together and I'm going to fold over. And I fold another time. And pinch. And my heart shape is done. I'm going to layer my baking tray with parchment paper. That's to avoid the cake from sticking. Then I place my heart shape. And I'm going to pour over the batter. Carefully to prevent the mold from moving. The batter shouldn't be thicker than 1 centimeter, so it's a relatively flat cake. And I even out the batter to fill the heart shape. So here you can use your finger to press against the aluminum foil. Then you can sprinkle the pine nuts, followed by the raisins. And I finalize the decoration with the 2 sprigs of rosemary. And we're going to bake it for 30 minutes. This cake originates from Tuscany, but shares so many ingredients that we use in Provence that I wanted to propose it to you. Let me know in the comments if you've ever tasted this cake. I've cut the candied fruits into small bits that I sprinkle over the warm cake. I have some dry raisins left, so I sprinkle them as well. Et voilà, your Valentine chestnut cake is ready. It's better to serve it warm, so let's have a taste. It's very surprising and I don't know what to compare it to. The dough is soft and moist, that's quite pleasant. Tu as goûté toi aussi? The softness of the dough contrasts with the crunchiness of the pine nuts. The infused olive oil with rosemary comes after. You have this kind of herbaceous flavor that comes in the back. And then, because I add the candied lemon and the candied orange, then you have some brightness that come from them. It's not a very sweet cake. It's quite nourishing. I suggest you to eat it warm because the pine nuts are very crunchy at that time. You can serve it with ricotta cheese. That will complement it quite well. There is a recipe that I've made there that you can find in the information. I think that will be quite nice with the coffee as well as a snack. I hope you like this recipe. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. That will really help my recipes to reach more people. And I see you in the next video and happy Valentine. If you like this recipe, you may like also this recipe. Click in the link and find out.